give us a little bit of perspective on that, how you're dealing with the fact that people misread you and maybe misunderstand your messaging. Yes. Or maybe you're not in the right spaces. Are you defending
her already? What you mean misread? Maybe they read her.
I'm defending her. I'm defending her. That's why she's on the show, because if I didn't like her, she wouldn't be here. I mean, maybe I would, because just for the sake of conversation.
I'm joking. You know, I'm playing the devil. I'm playing the backup.
Of course.
Of course you would. Look, yeah. One thing that I understood very quickly about myself is that the way I look like is going to make people think things about me and assume things about me from the get-go. It's either going to be, oh, she's pretty, so she looks like she's going to be high maintenance, or she's pretty, so she must be loose and be with a lot of guys, or she's smart, she's pretty, so she can't be smart. Things like this, right? So I know that people immediately, when they hear me speak, they go like, deluded. How can this girl be talking like that? No, what you look like can tell you a lot, but what's in your brain is different. So I know that when people say certain things to me, when they say, oh, look at this masculine woman, she'll never find a man, she cannot be a wife. In my head, I'm like, I look maybe like I can't, but I can. I look like I'm stupid, but I'm smart. You know, I look like I'm tough and mean, but I'm actually really sweet.
I don't think you look stupid. If anything,
you don't look stupid, you don't look masculine either. Exactly. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, well, that's what the haters say. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And they think I'm controversial. And I'm like, I'm controversial only because you have not asked me the questions that you need to know to be able to know why I'm actually really a good person. So I think that people really sometimes misjudge strength for being, you know, somebody that is mean or negative. You know, it's the same thing as kindness. People take kindness for weakness, but just the opposite way. Sweetness for meanness. No.
What don't they agree with when it comes to you? What is the main contention usually with you? Because it feels to me that in that show that I watch sometimes, usually snippets, but sometimes I catch it live. Pearl, who, congratulations on everything she did. It's really well done.
Mm-hmm. Yes, my sister.
It feels that she brought these American concepts of black and white in that conversation.
Oh my God! Stop the record right there.
Rewind, selector. Rewind
that. And she's brought these American ideals of black and white into a culture that ain't got nothing to do with it. So I look crazy, but this girl's talking out of place. She does not know what it means to be black in the UK and what black people mean, what it means to be black from different countries in Africa. She knows black from America only. And it's a crazy world over there. What are you talking about, you crazy woman? Continue. Apologies.
My pleasure. I know she would like me. So as I was saying, sometimes I watch her talk, and usually she replies to people with statistics.
Yes.
Oh, such amount of people, and all the red pill stuff. And I'm like, okay. Yes. But these apply to your culture. I was born in Congo. At 7, I moved to France. I learned about all the black people, the white people, I was the Asian people that was around. That's only I don't know, maybe my 20s, I started learning that, are you from the West Indies? Are you from Trinidad? Are you from Congo? Are you from Togo? Are you from here? Are you from Mali? Okay. The people that are named Diop are from Senegal. I started learning about that late. And all the white people in France, oh, I'm Portuguese, oh, I'm Spanish, oh, I'm from Ukraine, oh, I'm from Czechoslovakia. Oh, are you Chinese? No, I'm from Thailand. Are you Chinese? No, I'm from Japan. Oh, what about you? Oh, I'm from Vietnam. Like, we come from multicultural places where we are, our European countries did a work of integrating people way more than the US that come from segregation.
Yes.
So sometimes a lot of these people, when I listen to the subjects, I find them interesting, but everything is so black and white in the conversations that I'm like, those are American channels. And
Yes.
the people who are like, sometimes I feel that the truth is usually the 90% of us who are in the middle, but I'm only hearing the 20% that are on the or the 10% that are on the far right or the far left, and
Yes.
that's all we can hear now. Like you can either think like Andrew Tate or
You're a feminist.
Asabi or feminist, and
Yeah.
the real life, it's not like that.
It's not.
But I
It's a
understand
middle
that it
ground.
sells. So it sells. So if you're here for the clicks and the money generated from the millions of views, I understand what you're doing. But at the same time, there comes a point where you're gonna have a return of karma and the responsibility of creating that divide that might not have existed between,
Yes.
forcing people of thinking one way or another. And it ties to what we were talking about Meghan and Harry. Everything is not about race all the time. Everything is not about victimization all the time. Sometimes it's just, listen.
What's the solution?
The solution is listening to each other, but people are not listening to each other. People are just, and another one thing I would criticize from all these channels, like Pearl's channel, is the clickbait titles. And I know it's on purpose,
Provocative.
but I mean, sometimes I look at I'm gonna see your face, and I'm gonna see modern women destroyed by da 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 da, and then I'm like, huh, okay. When I put play, I'm like,
that's exactly what got me interested, because obviously, I'm following.
you're misogynist, I understand, but for me, who's
no, I'm not a
people,
misogynist. I'm not misogynist. If anything, I'm very much like what you said. I'm very much in the middle as well, where I try to, but I'm empathic by nature, so I will try to understand where somebody comes from, which allows me to take a bit of a perspective and say, okay, I understand what this guy is saying. I don't share all of the approach, but I do understand where it comes from. It comes from a very specific type of background, which was really rough. You got to take things into consideration. Just like if you're with a woman, that has endured quite a lot of difficult things in her life, just like you have, certainly. And then you've got to understand how to maneuver these waters, because it's complicated getting to know each other. And you put in on a panel where you don't know each other necessarily, or you might have preconceived ideas because of the look, because of this, because of that. As you just said, Kay, it's like completely opposite worlds, sort of like put together, and there's no nuance, because nuance doesn't provoke clickbaits. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And that's
people
why
want those.
Yeah, and I think that's why I've been successful on this show, because I'm somebody that can bring a very balanced view, but actually come with a lot of fire. I know the environment that I'm in, and I know what I can do. It's fun. I like to debate. It's so much fun. I like people to tell me that I'm talking rubbish, and if when I speak, it's like, actually, she's not talking rubbish. It's not what you want to hear, but she makes sense. 1 + 1 = 2 with her as well. So who is this girl? And that's what I like, and I think that's why I get a lot of backlash, but secretly I get a lot of respect. Men on my DMs, they show me so much respect. So much. No one sends me no dick pics. No one tries to move to me like disgustingly. In fact, a lot of men nowadays, even in public, they try to explain to me why they would be good to be my husband. Not even just a guy that wants to take me out. They want to approach with husband material. That's what it has done. Because I'm telling them I'm a woman that looks like this and thinks like this. So I want more than what you're saying women deserve. Because it doesn't make sense to say all of these things to a woman like me. It doesn't. So I love it. They're too extreme. Stand in the middle and show the reality.
But they paint you as the extreme one. That's what is interesting.
That's the crazy thing, isn't it?
That's crazy. Like it becomes now extreme
to be in the
center point of views, because to both the extremes, you are in the extreme center in a way. And
yes.
So, sometimes I look and I'm like, oh. Sometimes it's entertaining. I watched your live with Andrew Tate. That was very interesting. I don't even understand why everybody is hating Brittany Renner. That's her name. I was like, okay, listen, she's evolving, and she has a right to evolve and realize that maybe some choices that she did back then were not the right ones. And but because everybody wants to be fixed on the position, sometimes the commenters on YouTube and the people who talk, I would love to have a background check on their whole life and see if they are the perfect people that they pretend they are.
Yes.
Because sometimes I'm like, yo, why are you talking like you never cheated on nobody? Why are you talking as if you guys are perfect on YouTube or what?
Wait, the biggest question you have to ask them, why are you talking like you even get girls in the first place, so that you can sit there and judge all women when you probably have met 10 women only in your life? That's what upsets me about these shows, because I sit there and I look at all of these people that are talking so much, and I'm like, but you have not built yourself to even have a privilege to speak the way that you're speaking, like as if you can speak about the masses. You can't. You're speaking from your own very limited experience. For example, like when Pearly's talking, I'm thinking, okay, you make a lot of sense, but to me, as a woman to woman, it feels to me like you got yourself hurt, and now you're upset with yourself because you made a mistake, and you're looking at all of these other girls making mistakes, and you're pissed off at them as well. So now you're talking bad about women. And it's true, a lot of the things she says are right. Men are suffering, and men need to have a woman that stands on their side. Fantastic. What Pearly is doing, I can do the same thing, but I'm not angry about it. She's angry and she's bitter. There's a lot of guys there that are talking about all these like the Sarah guy. He talks about, oh, the modern woman, sign language, this, that. I'm like, well, I'm looking at you, and it doesn't look like you can handle a woman that you're talking about, that you're dissing, because you don't get the most beautiful girls in the room, because you're not the alpha male or the top 1% male that you keep talking about like you're the Andrew Tate. You're not him. So why are you talking like you're him? Shut up. You don't know women to the extent that certain men do. Sit down. Pearl, I'm sorry, but you don't know men the way that I know men, for sure. You don't know men intimately the way that I do, because I'm a pretty girl, so men approach me different. That's it. So you can't be talking all the time and representing everybody. No, I'm saying she's
you fucked up. Why you gotta do that?
No, I'm saying that traditionally she's not going to be approached the same way that I am. She's way plain and simple. She doesn't wear makeup. She doesn't try. She doesn't work on
you're more pretty than her.
As much.
No, you're saying you're more pretty than her.
I'm probably to the masses. I probably would be. I have more sex appeal. Yes, I would put it that way.
Okay, it's okay. So let it out.
It's interesting.
You know who they should invite in that show? They should invite a guy like Boddhi Satva who had 1,000 women.
Well, of course, he'll know a lot about women.